More than 2,500 years ago, a city rose between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers and became the center of one of the greatest kingdoms in human history. Babylon was a place of immense wealth, powerful kings, extraordinary architecture, and legendary achievements. But despite its greatness, Babylon would eventually fall, leaving behind only ruins and mystery. This is the rise and fall of Babylon. Long before the rise of Greece or Rome, a city began to emerge along the banks of the Euphrates River in Mesopotamia, a region often referred to as the cradle of civilization. Surrounded by fertile lands and connected to important trade routes, Babylon was ideally positioned to grow and prosper. Farmers cultivated the rich soil, merchants transported goods across vast distances, and craftsmen helped build a thriving urban center. What started as a relatively small settlement would eventually become one of the most famous cities in human history. Over the centuries, Babylon grew in wealth, influence, and strategic importance, laying the foundation for a kingdom that would one day dominate much of the ancient world. Babylon's first great transformation came under the rule of King Hammurabi. At a time when Mesopotamia was divided among rival city-states constantly competing for power, Hammurabi saw an opportunity to unite the region under a single authority. Through military campaigns, political alliances, and careful administration, he expanded Babylon's influence far beyond its original borders. Within a few decades, Babylon had become the dominant power in Mesopotamia. Yet Hammurabi's legacy extended beyond conquest. He became famous for establishing one of the earliest and most influential legal systems in history, the Code of Hammurabi. Carved into stone and displayed publicly, these laws sought to bring order and stability to a growing empire, helping Babylon evolve from a powerful city into a sophisticated civilization. Although Babylon experienced periods of decline after Hammurabi's death, the city would eventually rise to even greater heights centuries later under King Nebuchadnezzar II. This was the golden age of Babylon. Under his rule, the city became one of the largest, wealthiest, and most impressive urban centers on Earth. Massive defensive walls surrounded Babylon, protecting its inhabitants while showcasing the kingdom's extraordinary resources and engineering capabilities. Visitors entering the city passed through the magnificent Ishtar Gate, adorned with vibrant blue glazed bricks and decorated with symbols of Babylonian power. Temples, palaces, and ceremonial avenues filled the city, creating a landscape that inspired awe throughout the ancient world. Many historians also associate this period with the legendary Hanging Gardens of Babylon, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. While their existence remains debated, the story of these gardens became one of the most enduring symbols of Babylon's greatness. At its peak, Babylon was not only a center of political power, but also a hub of culture, science, architecture, and commerce. Yet even the greatest kingdoms eventually face challenges they cannot overcome. After centuries of influence and prosperity, Babylon found itself caught between the ambitions of rising empires. In 539 BC, the Persian king Cyrus the Great launched a campaign against Babylon. Despite its formidable defenses and legendary reputation, the city fell under Persian control. Although Babylon remained an important center for some time, its era as an independent kingdom had come to an end. Over the following centuries, political power shifted elsewhere. Trade routes changed, new cities emerged, new empires dominated the region. Gradually, the once glorious capital began to lose its importance. The bustling streets became quieter. The great monuments deteriorated. Eventually, one of history's most celebrated cities was largely abandoned to the desert. For generations, Babylon survived mainly through stories, religious texts, and ancient accounts passed down through history. To many people, it became a city of legend, a place so grand that it seemed almost mythical. But beginning in the 19th century, archaeologists started uncovering the ruins hidden beneath the sands of modern Iraq. Their discoveries revealed traces of monumental walls, temples, palaces, and the famous Ishtar Gate, confirming that Babylon had indeed been one of the greatest cities ever built. Today, Babylon stands as a powerful reminder of both the achievements and fragility of human civilization. Its rise demonstrates what ambition, innovation, and organization can accomplish. Its fall reminds us that even the mightiest kingdoms are not immune to the passage of time. More than 2,000 years after its decline, the name Babylon continues to fascinate historians, archaeologists, and curious minds around the world.
Babylon may have disappeared as a kingdom, but its legacy never truly vanished. If you enjoyed this journey into the ancient world, subscribe for more stories about lost civilizations, forgotten empires, and the remarkable people who shaped human history.